Here we go. Should I just take a seat? Thank you very much.
Hey, Brian.
Well, I guess I didn't have to go too far.
All right. Hey, come take
You're Luke, right?
I am.
You're the one that's going to solve all my problems.
I don't promise that. That's a little much, but
Well, some of them
at least
anyways.
get you started here.
All right.
So, this is truly so much.
That's a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot. You don't have to fill them all out. These are just some options of what's available in the area.
Okay.
And I'll be glad to help you go through these. So they're all stapled as their own. So this is the full list of everything that's in here.
Okay. It's like a cover page.
Yeah, cover page. And I think, just making sure. Yeah, so this is just an additional reference resource.
Okay.
So this is going to be...
Is that anything to do with what you sent me in the email?
It's going to be some things that are... It might be double up. I'm not exactly sure fully. It's going to be some stuff that's doubled up probably. There's going to be some overlap places. This might be a more updated list.
Yeah.
But there is...
How much, I mean...
That.
All right.
And then... yeah, so we've got applications. So that's for Portland Public Housing.
Mm-hmm.
And these are, so this is going to be, you pick which places you want to go to or you would be interested in applying for. Yep.
Okay.
So you would do that, and then, so that gets filled out.
Yep.
Some of these go faster than others. This is the one for Westbrook.
Yep.
There's a couple of different Westbrook ones. So that's affordable family housing. This is for the market rate housing.
So is this the application?
Yep. This would be, a lot of these are applications.
This one is...
This is also an application, but this is for the affordable family housing specifically.
I'm getting ready for my SATs now.
But what I would say is so let's see.
Did you have an opportunity to look at my particular case?
It's been a second. I did, but I can go.
Yeah.
I'll go reacquaint myself. But remind me where you're at.
All right. So you guys were paying my rent during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
My landlord terminated the lease.
Right.
And now I thought I was going to be able to transition right to some sort of emergency housing, mm-hmm. and I've been on the streets now since May, so 4 or 5 months.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah. I think I did a questionnaire over the phone with you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
Now that changed my status of some sort, right?
It's not so much that it hasn't changed status as much as it's given us a clearer picture of where mm-hmm. you're at, so that we can kind of work with it. We're just moving to have more detailed information.
Okay.
That helps us gauge where you're at and be prioritized.
Well, I suppose, before I get my hopes up too much, is at the end of this, would I be able to get into like a hotel like everybody else at the end of the day, or? So
for hotels, it's reliant on, we're not able to do hotel placements right now.
Why?
So what our system right now, what we're doing is we can do hotel takeovers, but not hotel placements. And the reason for that is on our end, it comes down to a logistical thing. The hotels there's limited hotel availability right now in general.
Yeah, I understand that.
And what it really comes down to is if for us, hotels are working on such a client to client basis right now, mm-hmm. where we can have one client call the hotel and ask and might get a no, and somebody else the same day can call that hotel and get we have a room available.
Mm-hmm.
And there's kind of no rhyme or reason for it as far as we can tell. And which sucks, honestly. But what it's come down to is there's a couple of hotels that we're working with who we have clients with.
Mm-hmm.
but they have really, really limited availability, and up until, as far as I know, most of them are fully booked up.
Well, I know, but I mean, we got Labor Day coming up too. Here.
Right, exactly. So where we've had the most luck is clients calling, talking to the hotels themselves, and basically starting that process of setting up a reservation.
Yeah.
Being very, very explicit about the fact that they're working with the Opportunity Alliance.
Okay.
Because we've had, what's happened a couple of times, just also really unfortunate. Someone calls like, oh, we have a room available. Great. They sign up, they go for the room, they call us. They're like, I found a room. This is perfect. We call them and they're like, no, we don't accept Opportunity Alliance. We didn't know that they were.
All right. So tell them up front.
Yes.
That I'm coming in with
because
Opportunity
a lot
Alliance.
of hotels have, commercial space available because that's their business, but they don't have space specifically set aside. Hotels that are working with our program usually have rooms that are like dedicated for our programs.
Mm-hmm.
And if those rooms aren't available, they don't typically offer other rooms, even if they do have like openings in the hotel for regular commercial clients.
That seems.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, they're gonna leave a room open when somebody could go in.
Yeah, you'd think.
Right? Why wouldn't you want to rent that out?
Yeah, you'd really
especially when it's guaranteed money.
Yeah, no, exactly. You
okay, well, I mean, this is like this end of it is a new process for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You guys were very good during the pandemic about helping me out with my rent.
Yeah,
so
and we would love to be able to do more.
Yeah, no, I would too. I mean, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, in a flash flood, sleeping in a bus station.
Oh,
I don't know if you were up at that hour.
I was up at 5:30, but I was up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
well,
still
I'm sure you
raining
remember the rainstorms this last week. These are the elements I'm dealing with right now while it's warm.
Yeah. Jesus.
When we're getting into September, it's going to get cold. I mean, I need to get into someplace.
Yes.
I have surgeries I need to have done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm working on SSDI.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, more important, I need stable housing.
Yeah.
So anyways, I guess I bring it back to what you were saying. As far as the hotels go, that's really something I need to pursue myself.
Yes.
And just call around to local hotels.
That's sort of true of our whole program right now in general, is where what we are able to do is back you up financially.
Mm-hmm.
And we're able to, talk to a landlord and explain our program and what we're doing and what we're able to provide and assist you in the housing process, but we're not able to do the house hunting or the apartment finding.
Okay, so this would be also, these are programs for these buildings.
Right.
But as far as like independent stuff, I should be working on that myself.
Yes. So looking at like things like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, those are also really great resources for variations on housing. And then it's just a matter of contacting those people and saying, hey, are you willing to work with a third-party program? They'll pay everything.
Yeah.
I've got X amount of, unfortunately, I don't know your unit count off the top of my head, but I have X amount of units. This is what they'll be able to pay for this duration of time.
Yep.
Hopefully by the end of that point, I'm in a stable position where I have some form of income and I can pick up when that kicks up.
Okay.
So that's the idea, is we give you that initial stability and backing.
Yep.
So that you
it's almost like the old stair-step program.
Yeah, it's like a stepping stone.
Yeah.
We give you that first leg up so that you have a second to just breathe and get your feet under you. And then you can kind of go from there.
Well, I got to do that first. I mean, hopefully, my SSDI is resolved.
Yeah, no, and that'd be...
I'm going on 2 years with that, too, so that should wrap up some point soon.
Yeah.
I hope. As you know, it's hard to do a lot of this stuff when you're out on the street.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of homework here. It's like a huge test.
Yep, and you are welcome to. Let's see. I just want to make sure. Get these. Okay.
I'm surprised we didn't do this on a computer.
Yeah, this was one of those things that my supervisors were like, we're going to put this big ass packet together and then we can just kind of give it a. Okay. So that's also, this is more just lists of, these are all the affordable housing options in York County.
Yep.
This is everything in Cumberland County.
Now, will you guys, like if I were to go down to York County, would you guys back me down there too?
So what'll happen if you go out of county, because we can do stuff for any county.
Yep.
What'll happen is we would contact, we would do the first 3 months of rent plus security deposit.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that first check goes through and we know you're covered for 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
we would then transfer you over to that county's community action program.
Okay.
So you'd get, York County's equivalent of the Opportunity Alliance.
So it'd be like a transition.
Yeah, you'd get transferred over to there,
Yep.
and then by the time that those 3 months are up, you've been processed in their program, and it's a seamless transition to the next thing. So they'll pick up your units with whatever you have remaining.
I mean, because I've been looking at the greater Portland area.
Yeah. So yes, so York County, you can do anything.
Yep.
Where you find housing, that's what we'll make it happen.
Okay, good.
So if that's a concern, don't let it be.
Okay.
You got options in some capacity, whatever's
So
out there is.
fill this out, and then it's going to be a matter of me actually finding someplace that has room at the end.
Yep.
As the
saying
goes in the Bible.
Yeah. So okay, let me just make sure there's anything else in here. I think okay, that's Saco Falls. Okay, so we've got.
Is there a time limit here, or
no? I'm heading out in a little bit.
Okay.
I've got to go do a lunch run for Comfort Inn, but you're welcome to stick around here and just work on these. If you just want to chill out in here, that's not going to be a problem.
Cool.
And Braylon, who's at the front desk, or Carmelita, either one of them are great. They'll be able to help you if you have any further questions. I'm going to be here for a little bit, so I can help with some of this as well.
Yeah.
The only one I wanted to pull out
Since we were talking a little bit about food, is there I know the soup kitchen is closed, but I haven't been able to figure out where they serve food, or if there's a lunch truck or something that delivers food around here.
Let me figure that out. Let me see what's going on there. I might be able to get. I can also get. Did I send you the food pantry resources?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm walking around on bad hips and 2 knees that need to be replaced.
Sure. Yeah.
And I have a bicycle, and then I don't have any place to really store too
also,
much.
remind me, how old are you?
I'm 50.
Okay. So that's 62 plus.
No, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay. Affordable housing. Okay. That's 55 plus. Or
Isn't there something for disabled or SSDI?
Riverview is declared disabled or 62.
Yeah.
Larrabee Woods is or declared disabled. So
when you say declared, does that mean that I haven't got the check yet?
I think declared.
Or it's in process?
My understanding would be that declared is you are receiving like SSDI.
Okay.
Like you have a. There's an official documentation of that. So let me just.
I mean, I do have my lawyer's card. It's just a matter of going through the SSDI process.
Absolutely.
All right,
so there's a couple of options on
for it.
Yeah, you might apply. I don't know where you're at in that process for SSDI, so that might be a thing there. That's a regular full application. That's a full application. Just making sure that everything.
Anything for AARP?
I don't think so in here. I can double check. I don't know if there's anything in this specific group of packets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the stuff I actually have to fill out. These are
just additional resources to have as a paper copy.
Yep.
There's something to work with. This one I can take back. This is specifically 62.
It doesn't apply to me.
This is 62 and
okay.
older. Yeah. I'll be back in just a minute. Let me find out about that ARP. I don't know if we're doing anything with them.
Yeah, WARP, and if you could find out where and when they do food distribution around here.
Yeah, let me go find that out for you.
I appreciate it, Luke.
Alrighty, we're good.
All right, so this is. Give me a second here. It's quite a lot to fill out. I mean, these are not just one pagers, these are all, so I'm gonna be here a while. I'll come back when I'm done.